Hey there, welcome to North Solution. In this video we'll be making a boost event for when a member of a server boosts it. If you'd like the full source code of this project so far, then join our Patreon with the link below. Finally, if you'd like to get notified of new videos as well as to get support with your code, join our Discord with the link below. Let's get started. So first off, we'll need to create our boosting schema, so go into the schemas folder and create a new file, and we're going to call that boostSchema.js. Next up, we need to import model and schema from Mongoose. Require Mongoose, there we go. Next up, we need to let boostSchema be a new schema. And we're going to add the guild ID, which will be a string. The boosting channel ID, which will be a string. The boost embed color, which will be a string. Next up, we need to add the boost embed title, which will be a string. Embed title string. Next up, we need to add the boost embed message, which will be a string. And then finally, we need to add the boost message, which will also be a string. Next up, we need to make sure it's in strict, so strict is equal to false. And then finally, module.exports model boost, which is the boost schema. Next up, we're going to create a new command. So in the commands folder, go into admin and create a new file, and we're going to name it emitEvent.js. Next up, we need to import /command builder and permission flags bits from discord.js. Like that. Next up, we need to module.exports, which will be equal to data, which will be a new /command builder. We're going to set the name to be emitEvent, like that. We're going to set a description to emit an event to the client. We're going to add a string option, which will just be option.setName. And we're just going to set that to event, and we're going to set the description of it to the event to admit, and we're going to set it to be required. And one thing I'm also going to do is I'm also going to add choices, and one of them will be name, which will be guild member update, and then the value, which will be guild member update as well. And finally, we need to set the default member permissions, which will just be permission flag bits.administrator. Next up, we need to set the user permissions, which will be an array of permission flag bits.administrator. And we need to set the bot permissions to be a blank array. Bot permissions, and that'll just be a blank array. Next up, we need to run async client interaction. Next up, we need to get the member and options from interaction. Next up, we need to const event will be equal to options.getString event. Next up, we need to create a switch event and case guild member update. I can get rid of that colon there. Case guild member update. What we're going to do is we're going to client.emit guild member update member, and we're just going to break, and then default, which will just be invalid event, interaction.reply invalid event. And then finally, we need to interaction.reply content emitted event, and then the event name and ephemeral will be true. And that's everything in that file. Next up, we need to create another new file in the admin folder, and we're going to name it boostSetup.js. And we need to require /command builder, permission flag bits, as well as channel type and embed builder from discord.js. And then we also need to get the boost schema, so const boost schema is equal to await is equal to require // schemas boost schema. Next up, we need two module exports. Data, which will be a new /command builder. Oh, new /command builder. We're going to set the name to be boost setup. We're going to set the description to be set up the boost event. We're going to add a channel option, and this will be option dot set name. So we're going to set the name of it to be boosting channel or just boost channel, and we're going to set the description to be the channel to send the boost message to. We're going to set it to be required, and we're also going to add channel types. Channel type dot guild text, like that. Next up, we need to add a string option, and we're going to set the name of it, so option.setName to be embed color, and we're going to set the description to be the color of the embed, and we're going to set it to be required, and we're going to set a max length of 7. So the maximum length it can be is 7 characters, because that's all you need in a hex string. Next up, we need to add string option, option.setName embed title, and we're going to set the description to be the title of the embed, and that's going to be set to be required. Next up, we need to get a embed message and the message itself, and the descriptions are the message of the embed, the message to send in the embed, and then we're going to set the description of the name string to just the message to send. Finally, we need to set permission default member permissions to permission flag bits.administrator. Next up, we need to set the user permissions to be an array which contains permission flag bits.administrator. And then finally the bot permissions, which will be a blank array for now. Next up, we need to run async client interaction. Next, we need to create a try catch statement. So try, and we're just going to catch any errors, and we'll console error them. It's console.error error. Next up, in the try statement, we need to await interaction dot defer reply, ephemeral to be true. Next up, we're going to get options and guild from interaction. Next up, we need to get the boosting channel, so const boost channel is equal to options dot get channel boost channel. We also need to get the embed color. We need to get the message. We need to get the embed title, the embed message, and the boost message. Next up, we need to let boosting, boost data be equal to await boost schema dot find one guild ID, which will just be guild.id. Next up, we need to check if there is any boost data. Then for now, we're just going to return await interaction dot edit reply. And we're just going to reply with content, which will just be the boost event has already been set up, and that doesn't need to be ephemeral because we've already set it to be ephemeral when we defer the reply. Next up, we need to create an else statement. So else boosting schema, boost data, is equal to await boost schema dot create guild ID, which will just be guild.id, boosting channel ID, which will be boost channel.id, boost embed color, which will be embed color, boost embed title, which will be embed title, boost embed message, which will just be embed message, and boost MSG, which will be boost message. Next up, we need to const boost embed is equal to await is equal to new embed builder, and we're just going to set the title of it to be embed title, and we're going to set the description. We're going to set the color to be embed color, and we're going to set the description to be embed message. Next up, we need to return await interaction dot edit reply, and we're just going to set the content to be in backticks. The boost event has been set up, and the boost message will be sent in boost channel, and then we're also going to send the embed with it. So embed would be boost embed, and that's everything in this file. One thing I did forget to do is in the embed message and the message options themselves, we need to just create some brackets and just say use square brackets M to ping the member. I'm just going to put that in both of them. Next up, in the events folder, we need to create a new folder, and we're going to call it guild member update. And we're going to create a new file in that, and we're just going to name that boostEvent.js. Next up, we need to const embed builder, client, and guild member would be equal to required discord.js. Then we're also going to get the boost schema, so const boost schema is equal to require schemas boost member schema boost schema, sorry. Next up, we need to module exports, which would be equal to async client old member and new member. Next up, we need to create an if statement. So if there is no old member dot premium since, and then two and or ampersand symbols, and then new member dot premium since. Then we just need to create the curly brackets. Const boost data is equal to await boost schema dot find one. Boost schema dot find one. Guild ID, which would be new member dot guild.id. I'm just going to check if there isn't any. So if there is no boost data, then we're just going to return. Next up, const boost channel is equal to await new member. We don't need await, sorry. So just new member dot guild dot channels dot cache dot get boost data dot boosting channel ID, and if there is no boost channel, then we'll just return. Next up, const boost embed is equal to new embed builder. We're going to set the title to be boost embed title. We're going to set the color to be boost embed color. We're going to set the description to be boost data dot boost message. And we're going to replace M with new member.toString. Next up, we're going to set the footer. Now this is entirely optional, I'm just doing it because I can. I'm going to set the text to be we now have new member dot guild dot premium subscription count boosts. And then finally, boost channel dot send content, which will be boost data dot boost message, and then we're going to replace new member dot toString, and embeds, which just be boost embed, and we don't need to catch any errors. And that's everything. One thing I will do for now is just comment the if statement out, because we're just going to test it quickly. Now only do this, only comment the if statement out, the if old member.premium since and new member.premium since, only comment that out if you're testing it, because else whenever someone changes their nickname, it will say that they boosted the server. So finally, in the handlers folder and in the event handler, we need to deconstruct arg. So we just need to put 3 dots before arg, and we need to do the same for the event function to let the boosting event actually work. Next up, I'm going to open my terminal and I'm going to type node space dot to start the bot. As you can see, it's now online, and application command boost event and the emit event has been registered. So next up, I'm going to run the command boostSetup, and we're going to set the boost channel to just be boosting event. We're going to set the embed color to hashtag 9A7FAE. That's the embed code for a pastel purple. We're going to set the embed title to be wow, a new booster. I'm going to set the embed message to be thank you M for boosting the server. And finally, I'm going to set the message to thanks for boosting M, like that. And as you can see, it's now been set up, and it will send them to the boosting event channel. So next up, going back to Discord, if I type in the command emit event guild member update, as you can see, it's now pinged me. So thank you for boosting Violet. And wow, a new booster. Thank you, Violet, for boosting the server, and we now have 0 boosts. Of course, when you go to actually use this bot, you'd want to uncomment the if statement and save it, and then everything will be working. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe to get notified of new videos. In the next Revamped video, I'll be showing you how to host your Discord bot 24/7. Remember to join our Discord and Patreon, the links below. This has been North Solution.